The Esposito Case, a Chronicle of Familial Tragedy. On May 1st, a chilling crime unfolded in Branford, Connecticut. Andrew Esposito Jr., a 52-year-old man, stands accused of the unthinkable, the murder of his own 12-year-old son. The horror doesn't end there. Esposito is also charged with the attempted murder of his 16-year-old daughter. The incident occurred within the confines of Esposito's home, a place that should have been a sanctuary. Instead, it became the scene of unspeakable violence. The details emerging paint a grim picture of a family torn apart by a father's alleged actions. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. The first alarm was raised by a woman, her identity withheld, who contacted authorities with grave concerns. She feared a possible murder had taken place. Her call set in motion a chain of events that would expose a horrifying reality. Police were alerted that Esposito had fled the scene in a silver Chrysler Pacifica. This information became crucial in the subsequent search and apprehension of the suspect. The urgency of the situation was palpable as officers raced to the address. Upon arrival, officers discovered the lifeless body of the 12-year-old son in the basement. The scene was one of brutal violence. The young boy had suffered severe head trauma, a testament to the ferocity of the attack. Paramedics arrived swiftly, but their efforts were in vain. At 4:10 p.m., the boy was pronounced dead at the scene. The weight of the tragedy settled heavily on the first responders, marking the beginning of a complex investigation. State troopers successfully apprehended Esposito on Route 79 near the border of Durham and Madison. The arrest was a critical step in bringing the suspect into custody. The pursuit ended without further incident, but the gravity of the situation remained. Esposito was transported to the North Branford Police Department for interrogation. This is where the process of unraveling the truth began. Investigators prepared to delve into the mind of a man accused of such a heinous act. Initially, Esposito made a peculiar request. He wanted to speak with a specific officer, identified only as Jimmy. This request added another layer of intrigue to the already complex case. The reasons behind this demand remain unclear. His request to speak with Jimmy was denied. He then spoke with investigators, beginning a series of revelations that would shock the community. The interrogation would become a crucial piece of evidence in the legal proceedings. During the interrogation, Esposito confessed to the crime. His admission sent shockwaves through the investigation. The details he provided offered a glimpse into a disturbed mind. He claimed his son was disrespectful and used expletives. This was presented as a trigger, a catalyst for the violence that followed. However, the explanation seemed inadequate to justify such a brutal act. Esposito stated he heard voices in his head, voices he identified as those of his deceased parents. This claim introduced a disturbing element of mental instability into the narrative. The voices, he said, were a driving force behind his actions. He claimed his parents abused him as a child. This revelation hinted at a history of trauma and potential psychological damage. The alleged abuse could be a factor in understanding his mental state. The voices allegedly told him not to let his son get away with it. This chilling instruction suggested a distorted sense of justice and control. The voices seemed to amplify his anger and resentment. The voices specifically instructed him to use a baseball bat. This detail highlighted the premeditated nature of the attack. The choice of weapons suggested a deliberate act of violence. Esposito admitted to hitting his son in the back of the head with the bat. This confession confirmed the brutal reality of the crime. The act itself was described with chilling detachment. Esposito picked up his 16-year-old daughter from a bus stop. This seemingly normal act preceded another act of violence. The contrast between the mundane and the horrific is stark. The ride home was described as uneventful. This detail underscores the suddenness of the subsequent events. There were no apparent signs of the impending danger. Esposito pushed his daughter towards the basement where her brother's body was. This act revealed a disturbing intent to inflict further harm. The daughter was unknowingly led into a scene of unimaginable horror. His daughter managed to escape the basement. Her escape was a crucial turning point, preventing another potential tragedy. Her survival is a testament to her quick thinking and resilience. Esposito admitted he would have likely killed his daughter if he had the bat. This statement revealed the extent of his violent intentions. The potential for further bloodshed was terrifyingly real. Esposito then fled the scene in his car. This act of escape marked the beginning of the police pursuit. The urgency to apprehend him was heightened by the potential threat he posed to others. Esposito was arraigned on Friday, May 2nd. The legal process began swiftly after his arrest. The severity of the charges reflected the gravity of the crime. He faces potential life imprisonment without parole. The stakes are incredibly high for the accused. The legal battle ahead will be long and arduous. He was charged with murder with special circumstances due to the victim's age. This charge carries significant weight under the law. The vulnerability of the victim is a key factor in the prosecution's case. Police seized body camera footage from Esposito's traffic stop. This footage could provide crucial evidence in the case. The recordings may capture his demeanor and statements at the time of his arrest. The footage allegedly shows him admitting to the murder. This admission, if confirmed, would be a significant blow to the defense. The body camera footage could be a key piece of evidence for the prosecution. Esposito's public defender cited a history of mental health issues. This is a critical aspect of the defense strategy. Mental health will likely play a significant role in the legal proceedings. He has been hospitalized multiple times for treatment. This history suggests a long-standing struggle with mental illness. The extent and nature of his conditions will be closely examined. Esposito was not on medication at the time of the incident. This fact raises questions about the management of his mental health. The absence of medication could have contributed to his state of mind. The defense requested suicide watch for Esposito while in custody. This request reflects concerns about his mental stability. The authorities are taking measures to ensure his safety while he is detained. The community is deeply affected by the tragedy. The loss of a young life has left a profound mark. The ripple effects of the crime are felt throughout the town. Local schools are providing grief counseling and support to students and staff. The schools are working to help those affected cope with the trauma. The focus is on providing a safe and supportive environment. Police expressed thoughts and prayers for the victim's family and the community. Law enforcement acknowledged the pain and grief felt by many. Their words offered a measure of comfort during a difficult time. Esposito is being held on a $3 million bond. This high bond reflects the severity of the charges. He remains in custody as the legal process unfolds.